Statement.
Ladies and gentlemen receivers, I give you nocturnal transmission.
Our Father, whose art fills the airwaves, hallowed be thy credits. TV has come, can be undone on NBC as it is in reality. Give us this day our broadcast license and forgive us our union membership as we forgive those who transmit against us. Lead us not into generic sitcoms, but deliver us from their evils. For thine is the kingdom, the sexy and the gory forever and ever. Amen.
Half a league, half a league, half a league onward. All in the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade! Charge for the gardens! He said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the light brigade! Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. There's not to make reply. There's not to reason why. There's but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, boldly they rode, and well. Into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell rode the 600. flashed all their sabers bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the gunners there, charging an army, while all the world wondered. Plunged in the battery smoke, right through the line they broke. Cossack and Russian reeled to the saber stroke, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell while horse and hero fell. They that had fought so well came through the jaws of death, back from the mouth of hell. All that was left of them, left of 600. When will their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made! All the world wondered. Honor the charge they made. Honor the Light Brigade, noble 600. There are some people out there who suffer from this malady. I call it balloonhead. Great egotism. There are many people out there suffering from this malady, but no one worse than me. Balloonhead! I will now cast out that demon. Balloonhead! Explode away, far away, into the sea. Balloonhead, explode away, don't come back another day. Let me tell you about the worst time I ever bombed on stage. I was down there at Yuck Yucks, you know. I was insulting the audience, as I always do. And there was this guy sitting in the front row, you know, he had a neck brace on. And so, you know, cracked a standard joke. Hey, who are you suing tonight? He said, I was born this way.
Pull that down, it's not yours.
Super.
I don't know what this is. I don't understand it. I don't know what this all is. That producer better show up, because I'm gonna leave pretty soon. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late, guys, but I was just on the phone with LA. Hey, we've got a big record contract. We're gonna make a hit record. All set. I've got the tapes. We're gonna put some bed tracks down today, and then we'll be ready to put the strings on. I've got a chorus coming in, and we're all set. So let's go.
Listen, Dexter, I don't think that tape will fit in the machine. It looks awfully big, eh? It's like this wide, and this is not gonna fit. I'm sorry.
Well, that's because it's gonna be a really big hit. That's why we got some big tape for a big hit. We're all set.
Oh, all right. All right, everyone, get ready. We're gonna play now, and we're gonna record our record.
Well, don't worry about that. We're gonna do the beds first, and then we got 24 tracks, and we'll put the strings on, and we'll get the chorus in here, and lots of room. 24 tracks. We're all set.
Dexter, we don't need all that 24 track rubbish. You only need one.
Got 24 tracks! Only need one! Got 24 tracks! It's really no fun! Now that's to blind me! Technology can't find me! Got 24 tracks! Only need one! 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 24 tracks makes me a wreck. I'd rather be home. Mono's a cancer. Mono is the answer. My music's not proud. It's just fast and loud. 24 tracks. Only need one. 24 tracks. It's really not much fun. No lights to blind me. Technology can't blind me. 24 tracks. Only need one. 24 tracks. 24 tracks. Only need one. No lights to blind me. Technology can't find me. 24 tracks. Only need one. 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 Is that it, Dexter? Are we done? Thank you, and good night. Right, Dexter, out you go. There, boys, give him his tape back. That garbage. Right. Take it, we don't need it, we only need one track.
My videotape.
Take your bloody videotape.
Right now, we're going to be ready to go live to the NT live exposition down at Queen and Bathurst, ladies and gentlemen. If you're sitting at home and you're kind of bored, you want to see some live television happening, go down to Queen and Bathurst. It'll be a grand old time. If not, just sit back in your nice, soft, easy chair and pray with us for a reborn television. Let's go now if we're ready. Do we have a nod from the cameraman? Are we ready to go live to the NT mobile? Would you say we're not ready to go? So, Phil, you want to play us some more music? Okay. Good evening, Michael. We are here in search of that one true satellite link-up. We've been brought through the Ark of Destiny. We are...
Brought to you by San Francisco Foods, maker of fine pizza products here on the corner of Queen and Bathurst.
Are you John Smith?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
The John Smith of the garbage of San Francisco's?
I'm the garbage man, that's right. Who are you? What do you want?
We've heard that you were contacted by the Keeper of the Code.
Yes, I was. I was contacted by the Keeper of the Code. They spoke to me through my Sony Walkman.
What does this image look like?
They said that this was the place.
But what does he look like is what I'd like to know.
I don't know!
And what does he sound like?
I don't know! I can't tell you!
He lies. Take him away!
Sorry! sun they could not shut down. Oh, on State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things that they don't do on Broadway. Hey, you'll have the time of your life. I saw a man and he danced with his wife in Chicago. Chicago, you ready for this? Chicago, my hometown.
You're from where?
Pharmacy in Danforth.
Pharmacy in Danforth.
Yeah, I know.
So you're both pharmaceuticals.
Pharmaceuticals, yes.
Or victims of pharmaceutical.
Better living through chemistry.
Better living through chemistry. Better living through chemistry.
Welcome again, live to Nocturnal Transmission. We're very glad on our segment of Classic Music 101 to present to you the first in a series of 12 shows entitled Getting a Handle on Handel. A firm commitment to the culture in this program this evening. We are presenting George Frederick Handel's little-known rock opera, Acis and Galatea, written by George Frederick Handel in 1859 actually. What it is representative of the operatic style in which Handel performed most of his musical prowess. Now this evening we'll present the choice bits actually of Acis and Galatea, starting with Acis, the young shepherd boy who pledges his love eternal to the darling water nymph Galatea. Little do they know, the third party in this love triangle as such is the evil one-eyed monster Polyphemus, who figured greatly in the Odyssey by Homer. But let's start off with Acis loving Galatea with Love in Her Eyes is playing tonight.
Love in her eyes is playing. Love in her eyes is playing. Love, 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 love.
And as Acis continues to divulge his love to Galatea, she then thus reciprocates, inflaming the evil Polyphemus, but unbeknownst to her, she returns her love to Acis.
Trust my truth and constancy. Trust my truth and constancy. Trust.
And as the melodic harmony builds in trio, Polyphemus thus enters with his song of rage.
Trust, trust,
Rage,
trust,
terror, I cannot bear, I cannot bear, I cannot bear, neither mercy ruin. Where he proceeds to crush the young Acis' skull with a giant rock. Join us next week on Getting a Handle on Handel, where we examine Handel's best-known work, the Hallelujah Chorus. Was it indeed written for a higher being in a clerical sense, or for a lovely milkmaiden who had given him favors under the bar stool one evening in London? Hope to see you next week. Once again, thank you for joining us, and good night.
Victor plays with the gun in the basement.
Are we clear?
In the dark. His solitary star surrounded by his gunmetal gray and steel blues. It's not the loneliness so much as the boredom, he says, blowing divots out of a cinder block green.
In his memory, now blood-speckled and plaster-flecked, his long arm pulls cloak and dagger comics out of the Cuisinart of his past. In his stippled and cross-hatched imagination, faces appear in the pitch for the half-second life of a cartoon flame, and the dim black and white newsreel of his longing is lit with magnesium arcs over alien waters. Victor breathes sulfur in the basement in the dark, his smack glazed but childlike eyes wide with wonder. Now, my brother is a lawyer, and he deals with what is known as intellectual property. Now, it's kind of a difficult concept, but it goes sort of like this. That's mine, I think. The man upstairs baleful wanders encircling his stereo. I'm listening to Brandenburgs drifting through the walls, soaking into the beams like stain, crawling, spreading, bleeding. I lie and stare up, my hair and scalp moistened by the steady drip, drip, drip. The man upstairs sits pensive, solving problems and ignoring their solutions. My father knew the man upstairs, and I, in turn, knew my father, sent him candles. He read me stories, and when I was older, bought me books and quietly left the room. He and the upper tenant listened to Vivaldi, the Four Seasons, I recall, but I, rather than compose 500 concertos, elected to write the same piece 500 times. I inherited the upright, ancient and decrepit, and as a result of its understood value, could not throw it away. It followed me through cities and towns like a ragged stray, howling in the car for food and air, brushing up against my leg when it sensed I was vulnerable, leaving little reminders of itself in every cube van and U-Haul trailer, a pedal here, a tarnished brass caster there, each repair more expensive than the last, yet, like the 12-year-old Volvo, rattling and cold, it refused to collapse. And in much the same way, the man upstairs intimated for countless years that he would live forever. And now that he is gone, I wonder if he ever really existed in the attic above my chambers.
Splendid little ditty, wouldn't you say? Come this way, receivers. Ha. Come on, this way. Come on. Hey, there's heavy metal. Look, he's a musician. Can't see him in there, it's too dark. Come on, this way. This way, this way. Come on, come on. Watch you don't trip there. This way, this way. Here you guys, ready?
Here you go. Have this.
You disgusting coward. Filming me in the dressing room like this. Look. I'm a representative of the political party which now controls Ontario. Bob Rae is now our leader. We can rejoice in socialism. Bob Rae is now our leader. The NDP is great. The NDP is good. The NDP is the party of power in Ontario now. NDP is the political party of tomorrow. The NDP... Shut up! Shut up! I'm trying to talk NDP. I'm trying to talk about the NDP. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Now, let us take a look deep into the mind of Saddam Hussein.
Balloon head! Balloon head! Balloon head! Balloon head! I want to be a nuclear weapons power. I want to be a nuclear weapons power. I want to be a biological weapons power. I want to be a biological weapons power. I want to be a chemical weapons power. I want to be a chemical weapons power. NBC, 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 NBC.
Go? Well, that's some kind of cue.
We've got some music happening now. Ladies and gentlemen, receivers of every shape, size, color, and strange sort of mixture, I give to you direct from Niagara Falls, New York, Buzz Fish. Take it away, boys.
Hello, children. Welcome to the Porcupine Lodge. where the fishes are green, the frogs are blue. I've got a brand new pair of knee-hose, and I love you. Do you like ironing, children? I know that I do. It makes my socks all neat and crisp and just so. When you're ironing things, it's important to lay them down flat. And if you're ironing something that's made of cotton, well, it helps to have a mister with you. This is a mister. You hold it here, and you press, and the mist comes out. It's a handy little thing to have. You can mist your plants. You can do all kinds of things. I just love it. Oh, look, children. It's Phil the porcupine. Whoop, steady up there, Phil. Do you know what a porcupine is, children? A porcupine is a big, hairy animal that likes to prick people. So you should be careful of porcupines, children. So how are you today, Phil? And what did you bring with you today? You bought the craft box. And what are we going to make today, Phil? What do you think we'll make, children? Oh, I can't hear you, Phil. What? Phil looks like he's trying to mime. Do you know what miming is, children? He's not doing a very good job of it, is he? Oh, come on back, Phil. The children and I were just fooling with you, weren't we, children? So what do you have in the craft box? Ooh, an egg carton, and none of the eggs are broken. A pair of huge chopsticks for eating a huge meal, I'll bet. Some cotton batting. I don't know what that could be for, children. Some Scotch tape. A box of nails. And a racing form. Children, Phil's been playing the ponies again. Haven't you, Phil? Phil, are you trying to say something? What's that, Phil? Children, when you mumble, nobody can understand you. What does Mrs. Porcupine say when you mumble, Phil? Is that a grenade, Phil?
Kathy is 8, and she's addicted. It changes the way she talks, the way she acts, the way she thinks. She is addicted to television.
Stand by.
For God's sake, Phil, are we in South America? Are you building a bloody hut? Jeez. Just once, I wish that you'd come to rehearsal on time, if at all. If at all. Oh, that's it. Voice not covered in the contract, is it? I had it, McGillicuddy. I've had it. Oh, there he goes. There's the wuss playing the actor, playing the actor. Going for a quick nip, are we? A quick nip? Phil, get over here, we're on camera. Hi, children. I'm Billy Joe Bob McGillicuddy. Welcome back to the Porcupine Lodge. And we didn't know that we were back because Mr. Floor Director didn't tell us. Well, Phil and I have been very productive, haven't we, Phil? We've been building a replica of a Victorian home. A Victorian home represents all of those things that were characteristic of the Victorian era. Flowery carvings, prudishness, patterned upholstery, bigotry, and of course, the Queen herself. Oh, that's a real knee slapper, that one, Phil. Phil likes to get a little political once in a while. Don't you, Phil? We're going to finish the house, and you can watch some puppets. Hand me some straw, will you, Phil? Don't you hit me, you miserable porcupine. I'm not the one that forgot the shingles. I'm not the one that didn't show up to rehearsal. I'm not the one with substance abuse problems, am I?
Let's go! Let's dance! Let's go! Rock on, man! Rock on! Rock on! Yeah! Woo!
be afraid to call me frightening. We'll arrive in first-class style. The way you're scared will make me smile. Okay, you wanna take it slow. I got 2 speeds, baby, 1 stop, 1 go. Well, see me now, I'm certified. I tell the truth, I tell no lies. They say I'm fast, just like lightning. Please be afraid to call me frightening. Okay, Matt's on deck, we'll really try to tell me Johnny's gonna die. Well, I'll take you places you've never been. I'm a fast machine and I'm living clean. Well, now see me now, I'm certified. I tell the truth, I tell no lies. They say I'm fast, just like lightning. Please be afraid to call me frightening. See me now, I'm certified. I tell the truth, I tell no lies. They say I'm fast, just like lightning. Please be afraid to call me frightening. Woo!
Motorhead.
Motorhead.
Oh, hello, children. Welcome back to the Porcupine Lodge. Phil and I have learned a lot today, haven't we, Phil? About relationships, about pushing people too far. We've also learned a thing or two about explosives and handling them safely. Perhaps when you're grown up, you can handle explosives with other grown-ups, ones who aren't bitter about their job, about their addictions. Be sure to join us next week when Phil and I go down to Pickering to see what makes their nuclear reactor tick. Goodbye, children. Goodbye. Oh, man. Kids' TV ain't what it used to be. No way.
It's still smoking!
Well, thank you very much, Steve. That's the average guy. Nice talking to the average guy. You're a pretty average guy, even though you do 60-40 blends. That's okay, though, because I sometimes wear them too. However, this, a Nocturnal Transmissions t-shirt on the local hardware store, is 100% cotton, and it's a large. It does have elastic sleeves, though, which I don't really like myself, but hey, I didn't order them, right? So, we've got some giveaways to happen right now. Beautiful giveaways from Baywick's Fine Foods near the corner of Soror and Queen Street West. I believe it's some dinner for two type of thing. She makes exquisite cream sauces there and a pesto. Pesto is her most delicious recipe. She also makes pastries, croissants, things like that. This is what they call plugging in the industry. She gives us things and we have to give her back things. We are giving her advertising. So receive some advertising. Amen, receivers. Oh, receivers, you can receive some advertising right now because we're also advertising for brunettes. We're also advertising for brunettes because they gave us dinner for two worth $25. So, all you have to do is phone up 534-3341. Maybe Paul can put that on the screen for us. All you have to do is phone up right now, and you, being the first caller, will get Baywick's. Second caller will get dinner for two at Burnett's. So, that's the way it is, that's advertising, and that's the way television works. We get something, we pay for all of this, and then we give something back to you guys. Isn't it a splendid little situation we have here? Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to some live stuff now. I believe it's a spiritual song, receivers. So raise them remotes up high, stand back up on them coffee tables, and get ready to receive some reborn television. Amen, brothers. Amen. Goodbye.
We have 3 minutes to sing you a song.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. And we're going to sing it to you about something that means an awful lot to us.
Yes, right, Brother Bradley.
The thing about Seat of the Pants television as it is, it gives you a chance to sing about things that mean a lot to you. Tell him more about it, Brother Daniel.
Well, it's true, Brother Bradley. Here I feel I can express myself because this is a community. And earlier on, we felt a certain love and generosity coming forth from these people within these walls.
Tell
and
us about the song,
we felt a
Rob.
message. They want us to deliver a song. Robert.
The message that the people want to hear. It's an environmental message.
True.
It's a song of hope and joy and beauty in the world today, and it's a song we feel very personally about.
It's true.
It's about our beautiful flying little friends.
Right. Birds.
Birds.
And it's for you viewers tonight.
And here it is.
For
And
joining
we have 2
us.
minutes and 40 seconds.
Just so we
2
know.
minutes and 40 seconds?
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
No, I'm wrong.
Oh, carry on.
Well, I guess it finally happened. Yeah, I'm not the one you love anymore. I'm not even the guy you're trying to get over anymore. No, I'm your old boyfriend. I figured it out today when I called you up, just to talk, of course, because, well, we're over the anger and the bitterness now. I don't go over to your place at 3 in the morning anymore and shout insults at you while your father threatens me with a golf club and your dog Vince barks at me. No, we're past that. We're mature. I dialed your number, hung up. I dialed your number again, and I asked how you were. Fine, you said. Good, that's good. How's your job going? It's fine. Good, great, good. Yeah. Are you seeing anyone? Well, I know you'd really like him. See, and that's when I knew I'd been stuck in that file with all the jerks you dated before me. You know, the one you only take out when you're telling your new Mr. Wonderful about your past. The old boyfriend file. It's kind of a small file, really. So I got kind of cramped after a while, and I decided to get up, you know, and kind of stretch out a bit, right? Then, I decided I might as well take a walk. So I got out of the file, and I figured I'd walk down to the L's. And I met Larry, and he's not a loser like you told me. He's got a terrific sense of humor. And then down in the B's, I met Barry. God, he's a riot. Well, you know, me, Barry, and Larry, and a couple of the other consonants, we got together and challenged the vowels to a game of football. And we creamed them, too. What a blast. Then later, we all sat around and had a game of poker. Talked a bit and had a real good yuck about how you used to go nuts when he nibbled you right there. And it's kind of funny, too, because we all expected everybody else to be a jerk, and, well, we weren't. And then we figured out it was because you only told us the rotten things about each other. I was thinking about that as I was moseying back to my file, and I was kind of surprised to see I wasn't filed under R for Rob or even S for Snuggums. No, you'd filed me under D for Dork. And I walked in and I saw the little summary card you have, you know, for speedy access to information. And it said, well, he had a car. Anyway. After reading that, I felt horrible. Nasty, bad, a bad example to old boyfriends everywhere. But you know, I'm not gonna forget that one time I took you walking by the river, and then we just sat and talked for hours and hours. And then while the sun was setting, I made wild and clumsy love to you. And you said it was okay. Yeah, you're right. You're better off without me. Besides, I sold the car.
2, 3, 4.
I smashed breast and eggs and baked these. Baby jam on the summer masters. I smashed their whole entire house. I burned them off my board. Later, I poisoned all their babies, yeah. And I had straw for dinner. Thank you, my friends. Please call in.
Thank you.
534-3341. Thank you.
Support real television.
Good night.
Cool.
Dad! Talk to me, Dad!
Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, what a king, what a king. Jesus Christ, what a thing, what a thing. He could fly a kite, he could row a boat, he could drive a truck, he could dance and sing. He could take a little fish and make it go very far. He could take a little bread and make it go very far. He wore designer jeans and he played the guitar. He could take a little dope and make it go very far. He could raise the dead, he could walk on the sea, he could cash his checks without any ID. Jesus Christ, what a guy, what a guy. Jesus Christ, what a fly, what a fly. He could spin a tale, he could catch a fish, he could whip young girls till he made them cry. He turned water into wine because he thought it tasted fine, and he'd like to get drunk and take off his clothes. Yes, he'd like to get drunk and take off his clothes. Jesus Christ, what a boy, what a boy. Jesus Christ, what a joy, what a joy. He could ride a chopper, he could punch a scribe, he could spin a nun on his 8-inch toy, and he buggered the apostles when nobody was looking, and he buggered sheep and goats when nobody was looking, and he touched little boys when nobody was looking, and he pissed in the soup when nobody was looking. Thanks to Jesus Christ, we have a Christmas tree. Thanks to Jesus Christ, we have a shopping spree. Thanks to Jesus Christ, we have an Easter parade. Thanks to Jesus Christ, we had the Great Crusades. Jesus Christ, he was a big bad Jew. He could box and wrestle, and he loved kung fu. Jesus Christ, he was a snappy dresser. He could heal the sick. He was a real good blesser. Oh, he's good for gout and syphilis and rabies, and he's fine for croup, malaria, and scabies, and he's good for making babies and all kinds of inflammation and insanity and pleurisy and premature ejaculation. Jesus Christ, what a brick, what a brick. Jesus Christ, what a dick, what a dick. He could pan for quarters. He could lift a wallet. He could boost a record. He could turn a trick. Oh, he wandered in the wilderness for 40 days and nights, and he didn't change his underwear for 40 days and nights, and took all his meals at Burger King for 40 days and nights, and played Elvis on his Walkman for 40 days and nights. Now, when you hear a church bell, you think of Jesus Christ, and when you watch The Exorcist, you think of Jesus Christ, or PTL and Tammy Faye, the Mormons and the IRA, the stupid masses as they kneel, and John Paul in his Pope-mobile, and redneck segregationists and anti-abortionists, inquisitions, persecutions, holy wars, and executions, Bible-thumping killjoys, and Newfie priests and choir boys, and seraphim and cherubim, and Sunday school and mortal sin, and burning books and censor boards, and missionaries at your door, and death and doom and Armageddon, punishment for which we're heading, Calvinists and terrorists, and kooks and fundamentalists, and murderers and pious fakes, and witches burning at the stake, neurosis and psychosis, and the Pentateuch of Moses, and fear and guilt and superstition, paranoia, circumcision, heretics upon the racks, and idiots who hand you tracts, hallucinating clowns and jerks, and lunatics who go berserk, and visionaries who act strangely, Oral Roberts, Ernest Angley, hellfire and damnation too, they make you think of you-know-who. It's only fitting that you call his name for mishaps, large or small, like miss the movie, miss your exit, someone steals your car and wrecks it, lose your girlfriend or your job, get beaten by a drunken mob, crack a filling, flunk a test, spill some ketchup on your vest, or likewise when you stub your toes, smash your thumb or bump your nose, slip on ice and break your ass, or lose your keychain and your cash, get rejected or convicted or ejected or evicted, end up on a crashing plane or suffer tumors in the brain. So when you suffer any pain, be sure to take his name in vain. Just lift your head up to the sky and say, Jesus Christ!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Receivers, pray that we're gonna get that lick.